Noob Jam. Hello, and welcome back to the fabulous fear machine. Let us continue. Good job, Santos. In Mexico, everyone talks of nothing else. All your followers are mesmerized by the fire of your word. You have now started to bring together your own people. Yes, and we brought down the walls on the border like the wall of Jericho. Now the great Babylon awaits us. So it's true that you're going to make the leap to the US. Well, in your case, it's logical. Could we talk about the return of the prodigal son? Me, a son of that wicked country, going there is a necessary evil. But my only country is the promised land and my only father, Almighty God. Well, the border guard jacket in your basket and that letter in English. We're telling another version of the story. Have you thought that might be the reason the priest who raised you never bothered to give you a last name? Those priests did their job well. God placed me in their care so that they could show me the path. Well, it seemed that they showed you the path out the door. They didn't really like the idea that you faked your stigmatas, did they, Santos? How dare you? My stigmats are not fake. God doesn't create them, but he does command me to make them. The good pastor must demonstrate his authority over his flock, he tells me. Ah, I see. Those wounds are a flashy magic trick intended to mesmerize your follower. Look at them. They are fascinated like children enthralled to your word. The question is, do your sheep know where the new and beloved guy want to lead them? Where would that be? To the promised land. And I won't stop until I get there, so let's keep going. Of course, Santos. We now have everything we need to continue. Let's see falsification and fanaticism. Tell me, which ingredient would work best in the machine? So falsification, dime store profit, bring down the price of clones, that could be cool. Fanaticism, moving mountains, make fear spread faster. I don't know what the price, because fear I just have to be patient for it, and I can just press base and it happens. But this though, that's good. Now let's go on with the story. The path to the promised land passed through the heart of Great Babylon. And to achieve his goal, Santos was prepared to team up with the devil himself. Well then, that sounds promising, doesn't it? God bless America. Ooh, Brudek, he's back. On how the televangelist Santos started to spread his word in the US and help Dan Brudek become the country's new president. Make your show's rating leader and help our country party win the national election. I'm gonna have to be careful about those two, that's for sure. New gospel. I supply the money and resources, you'll spread the word. Well then, let's go. Wait a minute. You first. I will always have you, even though you call me mistress instead of master, but I'm okay with it. Now, Santos. So candidate Dan Brudek just happened to offer you a show on his national TV channel right before the general election. Isn't that awfully providential? Brudek swore to me that he would finance my people's journey to the promised land when he became president. So I'll put the fire of my word at his disposal. He's an instrument of God. Do you believe that? It just so happened that Dan Brudek is also an old acquaintance of the machine. And I don't know if I define him as an instrument of God precisely. He is. You can be sure of it. The Almighty has spoken to me and told me that he wants his party, our country, to govern the United States. And God is never wrong. Ah, I see. That's why God is also betting on the rival party. So, it's impossible to be wrong. No, I don't understand. Didn't you know that the country's most famous televangelist, Faith Lore, is the main supporter of your rival political party? Faith Lore. I used to watch her show broadcast from Mexico. That woman is a Pharisee who has turned her church into a supermarket. She's the whore of Babylon. Oof, what's your language, Santos? You know that the baby Jesus cry every time you curse. Now let's see if you're capable of ousting Faith from television viewer hearts and putting Brudek in the Oval Office. Oh, how I'm going to enjoy your mystical mudslinging. The machine and its agent are now ready. Tell me, are you? As ready as Moses before he crossed the Red Sea. Well then. I have legend at my disposal now. Good. Good. Oh, and there's local one. I like these. I like these a lot, but now I gotta be careful. So this one would go well with this, would it not? Because it connects with it. And for high audience share, I guess it can happen anywhere. So I'll slap this down here. This one. This doesn't really do it. You know what? This might. I can always swap those out whenever I want, so it doesn't matter too hard, I guess. Alright. Oh, wait. No, here. Because there's this here. Yeah. Also, nah, you stay here. Yeah, it sounds about right. Alright. And I will start right here. Do I? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm gonna start down here. The reason being, this... Well, hold on. Discovering Phoenix. Central Station. According to my seatmates on the bus, Phoenix is named for the mythological bird that rose from its ashes. No one has ever brought the city to its knees. He tells me proudly, no one. Ever. I'm salivating as I imagine our overwhelming victory, Master. You've heard a local rumor, though. If you see her, she steals your soul from the other side. Good. So yeah, the reason I wanted to start here is because this type of legend is supported in this country, so I can start moving forward and have oleum pump and all this good stuff around. So gloriously mine. I said a word that didn't mean anything. It's fine. It's fine. Alright. Santos will introduce you as the son of a brave guardian of our border who, after conquering Mexico, is coming home to help make the US great again. Mystical and patriotic, don't you think? Now you need a good last name. Our campaign committee proposed two, Boone and Alamo. Tell me, which do you prefer? So it would be Santos Boone or Santos Alamo? No, it would be Boone Santos or Alamo Santos. I don't like either, actually. Can I go with none? You'll be Santos Boone on the new show and during the election campaign. Can I choose none? Can I just leave him hanging? It appears that I can leave him hanging, so suck it up, you. I'll be none. I am Santos and nothing else. Alright. Arizona Center. History lesson. When the archaeologists of the future dig up shopping centers, they'll realize that they are the pyramids of our era. The only difference is that the pyramids were built by slaves for their pharaohs, and the shopping center will build by pharaohs for their slaves. That's a pretty funny way to look at it. They say her real name was Mary Worth. Was it now? Also, I can build an oleum pump, and I need this, so I'll get this. Alright. Alright. Level up, please. Magister Dixit. When there wasn't a book that I hadn't studied, he arrived. They say that the master only appears when the disciple is ready, and without knowing if mine was from heaven or hell, I put myself in his hand. Okay. Disciple and master. Alrighty then. Can also level you up, which is good. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Ghost in the mirror. Night, plastic, love, time, door, stone, pleasure, song, gasoline, priest, monitor, light. Well, I'm gonna assume nights. I would feel like you can do this at any point in time, but since I see them carry... They seem to be in their pajamas as well. I think. I don't know. I don't know at all. I thought I would see mirror in there, but I don't see that. Or reflection or something, but... Night was correct. Good. When midnight darkness covers all. Two teenage girl admitted to the hospital with hypothermia. They were found in their pajamas wandering the street in a deep state of shock. Well then, good. And now he can suck it up because I don't like him anyway. Hop. Ooh, this one. If you don't want to choose the last name, I'll choose one for you. Say Dan Brudek, you'll be Santos Boone, like our pioneer hero. Now let's conquer the country. Aw man, I thought you were just gonna let me be Santos. Election campaign kicks off. Our country and the Liberal... Well, hold on. And the Liberal Party compete for the White House in the closest election in recent decades. Papago Park. Too shore. It's dawn. I'm walking on a solitary bridge and see a young man in the distance about to jump off. You can't understand my pain, he tells me. No one understands me. I needed to stop, and this is the only way I know how. Don't interfere. I continue walking across the bridge in silence. For a few minutes, I listen closely for the sound of a body hitting the water in the distance, but the hum of night traffic makes it impossible to know for sure. Alright. I mean, I have dissuaded him once, and basically they told him something horrible and he just went backward or something. I don't remember exactly. You have heard a local rumor. Say her name 3 times and she'll appear. Good. Well, that's good. Go here. Yeah. What do you want? The election campaign kicks off. Don't forget our deal. Use your show, expand your church, stand up to faith lore, and the religious vote will be ours for the taking. The rest of the path to the White House is my responsibility. Is there anything you need before the music starts, Santos? Ask for essence, ask for more economical aid. Essence, please. Give me your blood. Of course, Santos, you can count on it. We're in this together. You support me in winning the Oval Office, and I'll give you the resource to help you find your promised land. Everything ready. Okay, then let's rock and roll. Alrighty then. Oh, also this. I need none of these. I'll take this one, I guess. Denver. Oh, cool. Buckhorn Exchange. I'm in Denver's oldest restaurant. Here's your steak. The waiter says, hot, raw, and bloody. That's how we like things here. I write that down, master. Hot, raw, and bloody. May it be so. Oh boy. International Church of Cannabis. That's a thing? Alright, tell me more, I guess. So you evolve. I guess when midnight and darkness cover all, it's time, right? I don't know. It is time. Oh, unveil the horror of the other world. You don't know the mirror rhyme? Try to say it with a lit candle. Those girls they found in their pajamas did it. Oh, so maybe the last one is light? Oh, hello. Marriage to Zoe Lane. Starting a family will strengthen your image, your followers' faith, and the interest of our country's voters. So you're going to marry Zoe Lane, your most fervent and loyal follower. I'll serve you wherever you go, my beloved husband, promised Zoe with great emotion. Holy dear God, it's the middle of the night here, and I have friends that are chatting on things. Just get away from me, phone. Sorry about that, it's just pissing me off. Especially because my friends are idiots. You know, the kind that instead of writing one message to tell you everything, they splinter their message into 20 messages. I hate it. Anyway, Inigo just joined us again. Welcome back, buddy. What did you figure out about the Church of Cannabis? Well, they have some nice reggae music in there, so that's good. The Elevationist. For us, smoking is not the most important thing. One of the members of this church tells me, it's love and peace, the same commandment as all the other religions, except that we actually try to follow them. Just as I fear, the Elevationists are a band of dangerous misfits, master. Now, what do I do? This is but an event that will happen regardless of my own interaction. We need to spread fear and terror everywhere, so let's explore this city. And you... That's right, I have Legend to work with this time around. I remembered. Alright. Well then. Well, one of the passion one would probably be good around here, right? Do I need passion somewhere? No. Nope. Alright, passion it is. A viral challenge. Or do I want a cheaper one? Viral challenge, I don't ask question. Step 1, have the knife at the lighter ready. The knives? The viral alright, what kind of freaky viral challenge are they doing here? Oh yeah, I didn't send you anywhere, did I? Oh, Oh, I see a red one right here. I wasn't paying attention to that at all. Alright, go get it. I'm gonna be low on oleum, that's not good. But it's gonna spread soon enough to the city and I will have more than enough oleum for everything. I have to believe. Anyway. I did slap down an oleum pump here, right? I did. Good, good. Discovering Chicago. Port of Chicago. A ship loaded with container just docked in the port of Chicago. A siren notified the stevedores that they have work to do. Taking advantage of the commotion, our machine carrying tons of fear has also just docked in the city, Master. Your machine? Alright. Discovering Los Angeles. Alright, Walk of Fame. Walking down the sidewalk, I look for the name of my favorite star: James Whale, Boris Karloff, Elsa Lanchester, Bela Lugosi, Vincent Price. I remain silent out of respect and take my hat off to them. Like us, they were master of generating terror. There's no plan B. The voice against climate change. Well, then I feel like climate change is going to happen a hell of a lot faster all of a sudden. A good Samaritan. Innate evil. That it is. Some matter cannot wait. Well, now we need candles and we need some of these. Politics. Well then, let's take care of politics right here. Boom. Extract me some of those, please. Alright, there's another televangelist around here. Walt Disney Childhood Home. Riddle. Hey you, a young woman says to me abruptly in the Walt Disney Home Museum. She seemed very excited and nervous. I bet you don't know what sinister 20th century character created the world's most powerful and effective mental manipulation system. I don't know, Hitler? Stalin maybe? You know what? When you see Hitler, you pick Hitler. She smiles ironically and shakes her head, and just when she's about to answer, the museum security guard pushes her out the door. We told you not to come around here anymore, you troublemaker, the guard yelled at her. She's in complete tranquility. I can now enjoy my visit. It's to the childhood home of the king of magic, dreams, and fantasy. Alright, good. Very good. Well, go figure out who our next victim is, please. That Santos is starting to grow on me. He's a man. Indeed he is. A very traditional charm. Jimmy Greer Day. Coinciding with the election campaign, our country held an event in remembrance of the first party member elected mayor. My friend Jimmy was a martyr that our cause to our cause. He was assassinated for defending freedom and democracy, declared Dan Brudek. Sure he did. Alright. Figure it out. And a lone wolves. And then we only need one candle. Wow, you have a big mouth. Faith Lore. The Blessed One of America. Faith Lore, televangelist, 52 years of age. She doesn't look 52. Good for her. Description. Church founder over 20 years ago. Thanks to marketing and television, it has grown to become one of the most influential religious movements in the country. Objective. Achieve the victory of the Liberal Party in the general election, and therefore the defeat of our country. Alright. Do the thing. Oh, Santos, 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 the mystic with the stigmatas. Is it really stigmatas? Isn't it just stigmats? I don't know. I've heard plenty about you from Mexico, you know? But I never thought you'd dare to make the leap to the US. Your style struck me as crude and primitive, but I have to admit that your appeal to a certain type of public. It remained to be seen whether your tricks work well on this side of the border. Show your rejection of faith, hide your reject. But we be faithful, but not to her, I guess? I guess I'm gonna just hide it? No, show it! Oh, you sellout and Pharisee. Pharisee? I don't know what that word is, so if it's a mean word, I don't know what it is. You have turned God's word into a ridiculous commodity to be bought and sold. You shut that filthy mouth and stop talking God's name in vain. But how dare you? Are you accusing me of selling out? I only give people what they want, you damn fanatic. Don't kid yourself. Consumerism is the true religion in this country, Santos. And if we want God to be heard, we have to turn his word into slogan in an advertising spot. Make no mistake, if Jesus were alive today, he'd be doing the same thing. I don't know about that. Oh, hiccups. Alright then. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm gonna say lights. Because you need to have a candle lit, right? Is there a song? It's not really a song though. I will go with this, and it's correct. Heck yeah. Demonic reflection at midnight. It's nothing new. Mirrors have always been considered doors to other worlds. Folklore expert, what did the pyjama girl see? Wait, could I have picked a door and it would have been correct as well? I don't know. Bloody Mary. Your last word will be Mary, Mary, Mary. I mean, if she's coming after me, I'm okay with it. Maybe I'm the only one in this case, but you know, I'll take it. Okay. Pay Jimmy's family to appear on your show. The show rating improve in the region. I don't really need this, but I'll take it, I guess. My uncle died defending his country, his ideal, and his deep faith in Santos Boone, declared Cora Greer, Jimmy's niece, and the new press secretary for the Our Country Party. Well then. Now we just need to do everything else. I don't have enough for this. Well then, I just need candles. I ain't got no candles nowhere. But I do now. Alright. You go get them. Do the thing. Good. New event in the south. In the US Southwest. Oh, here. Someone's after my life. Good. Level up, please. A crab world. By my 20th birthday, I had already sailed all of the 7 seas. But as if under a curse, I felt like the ship and the maps had gotten so cramped that I couldn't breathe. The world has always seemed too small for me. Freedom and ambitions. Good. Now tell me. Broadcasting live. The technical resources for Tapping Faith Lore show are incredible, practically the same as the one used for broadcasting the Super Bowls. The producer's hands are shaking. Oh god, we're about to get started, and some of the actors haven't even gotten to the rehearsal room yet. Can someone please go and look for my painkillers in the infirmary? Explore the infirmary. Old acquaintances. I wandered the hall for a while and passed Faith Lord dressing room. No question, this is a place to explore calmly at a later date. I finally make it to the infirmary where I discovered that the painkiller the producer wants is Nolopain. I'm afraid her hands aren't shaking because of the live broadcast, Master. Hell yes! Yeah, keep doing this. That's good. I'm gonna need someone to do that as well. The form has been unlocked. And you have been turned evil. The voice against climate change becomes the climate machine, which we have seen before. The weather has been crazy lately, hasn't it? And I'm gonna be able to slap down an oleum pump right here. Heck yes. Santos, the leader of a dangerous cult. Businessman Roberto Lane, the father of our wife Zoe, has gone to the US to publicly accuse you of leading a very dangerous cult. He took our daughter from us. He claims the Liberal Party is going to amplify his statement to harm you and our country. Well then, let's try and take it out. Yes. Low battery. There's no one in the dressing room, but the fact that the lights are on and music is playing tells me that Faith has stepped out and will be back very shortly. She's also left her cell phone charging. I see that the televangelist has just sent 2 emails. Which of them do you want me to open, Master? Well, you could do both, but alright. A complication in the campaign, or it's happened again, Faith. What has happened again? Tell me more. Mark 10, 13:16. I read your Faith message. God damn it, I can't believe it. They can't control themselves. They're children, for the love of God. If it were up to me, I'd rip the genitals off those pigs. But if it comes to light, our church would be sunk, so we'll have to keep it quiet again. Isolate the victim, threaten them if necessary. I'll take care of the rest. Pedophilia? Well, that's a classic now. It seems that her church has been covering up a case of sexual abuse of children for some time. Faith Lord, checkmate. Oh yeah, that's one hell of a checkmate. Pedophilia usually is a... It's kind of a deal breaker. Alright. Yes. Ah. Well, I would like this one to happen. So to do this, I just have to do this in Wabba. Done? Ah, close. Close. Real close. Now, what are you... Oh, I need to explore the city, right? Well then, we're gonna have to be patient, I suppose. Let's get some of that. Because we're gonna need it. I also need this, but... in due time. Well, I crouch in the hall waiting for Faith to leave her dressing room again. When I go in, I see that she's left her cell phone charging once more. I sense that she has a problem with her battery. The televangelist has sent 2 emails. Which one of them do you want me to open, Master? Well, complication with the campaign, of course. Yep. God and blah blah blah. I read Faith message. Tell those nervous Nellies in the party that the Bean Eater's just a passing fad. Tell them that God is on our side. And blah blah blah. You know, like we always say. What do those idiots think? I haven't failed them in 20 years and I'm not going to now. Do you think they're talking about you, Master? There's a chance of that, yes. But I don't want to use my super powerful pedophilia card on this. I want something, you know, less excessive. Yes. Technology. It's a climate machine, of course. It makes perfect sense. Oh, I didn't read the previous one. We've seen that one before. On day roasting, the next day freezing, the next day soaking wet. When I was little, it rained when it was time to rain and snowed when it was time to snow. What happened now isn't normal. There's someone behind all this. Is there now? Oh bye. Attack Roberto's Lane reputation to limit the damage. Yes, let's do that. Santos defends himself from the Roberto Lane's accusation by calling him a satanic and corrupt conspirator. Nonetheless, the televangelist image is somewhat damaged. A teeny tiny bit, it's fine. Double the expansion speed of rival area. I don't care, I've almost conquered this place. In just a little bit it'll be mine. See what I tell you. Boom, done. The Holy Family. Alright. Supporting Santos Boone and Brudek will save us from the influence of the Evil One, declare the most religious voters. Really? Good. Good. Do I have some oleum, but not enough. And I didn't put a pump here because I'm so good at the game. Also blood. Let's start working on that, shall we? Yes, the House of God. I'm in the gigantic headquarters of the Blessed Ones. Movements, a mixture of a cathedral shopping mall and a high-tech building. A LED sound announced that a Reverend Smith is officiating the service at the moment. Don't forget to visit our blessed gift shops. The flashing text remind us. Alright, go to Sermon Hall then. Christian charity. In a corner of the packed hall, I spot a collection plate. Money for God, it says, and since they say God is inside each of us, I slip my hand and take out some bills. Before going, I also notice a discreet booth. Spiritual confidence. It is a confession booth. Interesting. Well, that's probably gonna give me enough to take care of that one, doesn't it? Do I have time for it, however? I don't know, because I haven't been there yet. Well then, you get me this and the other one will deal with the things. Maybe. I think I do have time, and even if it's spread a little bit, it's fine. I can slap it backward if I want to. Alright, so the viral challenge. Game. Bird. Poison. Celebrity. Storm. Clothing. Pain. Fork. Family. Cosmic. Coffin. Saliva. Well, I'm probably gonna think pain since I see all of those here. But it's a challenge, so is it kind of a game? Celebrity? Are those three the thing? I don't know. A challenge isn't necessarily a game, but pain is going to be involved here. I can feel it. Yes, I was correct. Have the knife and blade ready. Step 2, prepare a couple of glasses with detergent. It's a cool challenge. They call it the last toast. Here, are you up for it? No. Of course, I'll tell my parents I'm going to be at your house studying. This is insane. And I would say this would never happen in reality, but we all know that it would 100% happen because it already has happened. Ego ti absolvo. I go into the confidence of spiritual doubts. booth and flip the sign from closed to open. A line of followers and the Blessed One quickly form at the door, all of them were ready to confess their latest sin. Listen to the faithful. Conscience laundering. Lies, betrayals, larceny, lewd act, all sort of fetish, gluttony, violence, rage. 15 minutes of listening to the confession and I'm already exhausted. Oof. For a devout Christian, the list of petty wrongdoing committed by those people is endless, Master. Confidence in confession. Dozens of church member peccadillos that we could post anonymously on the internet. Yes, you could. Now, to do the place so I can actually do it. Oh, I was a little bit late to the party, but it's okay, it's fine. Oleum pump. I need to explore. Well, get this. Now, what do I do? I'm gonna get rid of this card because it's actually annoying to me that it's here. I'm gonna get rid of it now. There you go. And then you go explore here so I can get the oleum pump. You have a reward waiting for you to pick up. Remember, as your mastery level goes up, I'll be giving you lucky card. Don't forget about them. But I just got rid of the one I didn't even want it. Open a psychic center in the region? I don't know what that is and I kind of want it. But I also kind of want to give my agent this. I kind of wish they would tell me what this is. Well, alright. Psychic center, where are you? Oh, I can't. Oh. Oh, it unlocks one of those, that's it. That's a little bit sad. I was expecting more of it. Oh well. Washington, D.C. The White House. A handful of cruelest, bloody and atrocious decisions of the last 100 years were made in the bowels of this building. Oh, it's such a thrill to be here. Can't you hear my heart pounding, Master? I couldn't, but I guess it did. Vigil of the Blessed One. Faith Lords Church hold a massive evening celebration for the Liberal Party's victory. A sleepless night, a group prayer session to help the Blessed One's preferred candidate win the election. Not anymore, it doesn't. Oh no, not so blessed, the dark secret and vice of Faith Lord Church. So sad. I just saw one of your TV shows, Santos, and do you know what? You remind me of myself when I was younger. I had your same energy, the screen vibrated just with my presence. I prefer to use post-production effects now, it's much less tiring. Anyway, I've realized that you and I are more alike than I first thought. Are we? No. Alike, you're a fallen angel. Of all the sinners, God especially hates those who defile and betray His word. Look, that contempt, that contained rage. Now I know for sure the faith lore of 20 years ago find the perfect reflection in you. Luckily, time will change you. Call it God's will, maturity, or simply fatigue. But time always changes a person, Santos. You'll see. Alright. I've received roots. Can also level this up. And it's gonna be heat. Sure seems like someone's messing with it on purpose. It does, doesn't it? New weapon of mass destruction will cause floods, drought, fire, freeze. Our army a democratic institution. How can you think something like that? A military-industrial complex under debate. Oh, you haven't gotten the thing yet. Got it. Yes. Also level up. As above, so below. Under the order of my guide, my knowledge exploded. There was practically nothing that escaped my understanding. As above, so below, he used to repeat to me. And the complex mechanism of the cosmos began taking shape in my mind. Initiate. Well then. Santa Monica Beach. From Nirvana. A man is sitting on the sand in the lotus position, meditating. The sunset and the sound of the surf create a sublime image around him. Judging from the peaceful expression on his face, he has attained enlightenment. He is now one with the universe. What do you think we should do, Master? Kink sand on him or drench him with seawater? Just be a complete jerk and just kick sand on his face. I pass by him, pretend to trip. My foot sent a good amount of sand in his face. You imbecile, he screamed at me as he spit out grains of sand. Fear Machine 1, Universe 0. So good, oleum pump. Now, I don't have any oleum, but I do have legends. What do I need? I mean, I got it here. Here's the other one. Maybe this'll help. But you need to be doing some of those. Because you're the one that does the nose that can. So go there. Do it. Events? Follower country and people of Santos demonstrate to protest possible shenanigan if Dan Brudek doesn't win the election. It is God will that we win by a landslide. Anything else would be fraud, they claim. You can act out on this event. Alright, well, conspiracy is good for me. New York. Well then. Financial district. I want to wake up in the city that never sleeps, sings a bad Frank Sinatra imitator on a corner of the Liberty Streets. If they knew about the wave of terror that's about to hit them, the inhabitant of the city would prefer to remain in a deep sleep, Master. You've heard a local rumor. There are hundreds of them, and they've never seen the light of day. Have they now? Jesus would vote liberal, would he? Major events of the Blessed One, together with the Liberal Party, join our spiritual revolution. Politics and religion hand in hand. Who needs separation of power if in God we trust? I don't know. Pedophile might disagree with you somehow. I don't know. Maybe. Also, I might want to get my pedophile card ready, but not with him though. He needs to be exploring for me, but I ain't got no oleum. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? Explore more of New York, please. Yes, House of God. I'll go back to the Blessed One headquarters. I just adore this mega church. One of her followers tells me, in a building you've got your recreation, your place of worship, and your shopping mall, and free Wi-Fi. For me, this is a real American dream. A sign advertised the Blessed Gift Shop in Reverend Smith's sermon. Visit the store. The sweat of your brow. A clerk yell at me as soon as I enter. Are you my replacement? Finally! I've been helping customers for 14 hours straight. Working without a contract because God hates union is one thing, but this is another. But my silence make him change his expression. Oh, excuse me. Did you want to see our selection of religious jewelry? Working under the table, the church staff exploited and working irregularly. At first glance, that seemed very unchristian. It does sound what she said, indeed. Indubitably it does. I finally have some oleum. The roof of the world. At the top of the Empire State Building, a group of tourists wait for their guide. They are visibly nervous and impatient. He must be very late. A sign on one of the walls catches my eye. This is not the Trevi Fontaine. Tossing coin from the observation deck is prohibited. I see. Pretend to be guide. I apologize to the group for arriving late and start to tell them about the history of New York. Founded by the Romans, it was subsequently conquered by the Vikings. It finally gained its independence with the help of John Wayne, who also designed its most famous skyscraper. The tourists listened to me raptly, and after my talk, they tipped me generously. Indeed they did. They eat garbage, rats, and street cleaners. Well, then they eat crazy amount of stuff. Are we talking about sewer gators here? Probably. Now, what do I do? Because I need to be doing something. Because the sphere isn't spreading as much as I wish it was. And we need to do that if we want to win the game. That's how the game works, after all. Well, I can put the fear thing here. Which one was it? This one. Bathroom snake. Oh, it's not sewer gators. Silently they make their way out of the pipes. Bathroom snake. I didn't know bathroom snake were a thing, but now that I think about it, it is terrifying. Alright. Also, you level up. I don't know. It's a cool challenge, but it's not really... It's not a game, really, is it? You know what? There is poison involved, so let's go with that. Couple of glass with detergents. Step 3. See you in the nearest hospital. Yes. I heard their son drank something strange from a container in the kitchen and then slit his wrist. He's very seriously conditioned. Who is... Ugh. Anyway, I'm not gonna get upset at this. It's stupid. We all know it. None of us would actually do something quite so dumb, even if someone very popular would tell us. Because, you know, we have survival instinct. But casting live, seeing the incredible technical resources they have, I'm not surprised that Faith Lore has been on a TV star for over 20 years. The show's producer shaking and stressed out from the chaos of the actors in the rehearsal room. Plead from someone to go to the infirmary for her painkillers. Go to the rehearsal room, please. Rehearsal. Ah, perfection. Just what I needed. Yes, the method. Inside the room, dozens of actors move and gesticulate as if in a trance. Let's go. Faith thinks you lack passion in the last live broadcast. The director yelled at them. That foam look like dishwashing soap. I need realism. Roll your eyes back more, goddammit. Actor in the audience. The fervor and the mystical trance seen on television are scripted. Wasn't lying a sin? Oh, but it was. Oh, but it was. And I have enough to crush her, actually, so that's good. Now, I needed television. I have no television anywhere, which is perfectly fine. I can deal with that. But you, go get it for me. Yes, do it. And you, tell me what you found. Times Square Station, 32nd Street. Daybreak in New York. I listened to a man talking on his cell phone. Empathy? In this city? But what are you going to tell me? The other day, a guy jumped in front of a subway train, and I was an hour late to a meeting. He could have blown his brain out. Why did that loser have to inconvenience the rest of us? Well then, aren't you a kind person? You received 2 candles and some blood. They were cute when they were little, but they grew too big and, well, snakes. What do I do now? Well, I certainly need to spread murder somewhere, so here's a good place to start, I feel. For Liberty's Brave Defender, Veterans Day. Well, not anymore it won't, just war. So we need a few things, which is fine. I can get some of these. Yeah, you can spread your nonsense for a second. I'll be right with you in a minute, don't you worry. I don't think I have quite enough. I have enough. Well, actors in the audience, bye. Of course it's a show, this is a television. A blessed one of America's spokesperson says in response to the accusation that their show is manipulated. Well then. Then you... Well, it is reptiles. Yep. They slither up your back without making a sound. I was in the bathroom and I heard the terrifying hissing. I ran out of there with my pants down around my ankles. I gotta say, imagining a snake slithering on your back while you're pooping, that's just not a good image, I gotta be honest. Oh. Oh, but we need to... Oh. Well then... Legend on map? Oh, I already put it down. You know what? Battle time instead of idealizing power. Power in the shadow. Let's get that. You get it. Also, I need candles and roots. I need a ton of candles. But it's okay. I can get them. And I need some roots. Alright. Doing family background. Alright. Oh. Cool, cool, cool. Beloved husband, your followers are suggesting that I join you on your next show. They think a feminine point of view might be good for attracting a new audience and improving the rating. What do you think? I know that God will guide you to a decision. Make change in the show to make her the co-host. The show rating in the region would get better. Let her do a short segment on a family issue. And that would give us some pop. I got some oleum, let's do this. It will be my honor to join you on your next show. I'll do everything I can to make your viewership and the people of Santos grow, and to help you finally lead us to the promised land. Yes, do that. So I need candles now. I need a lot of candles. And my candles are right here. Good. Well, like I said, I need lots of them, so let's go for it. Huh? Yes. Warlike? I think so. Because they were talking about, what was it? Weapon of mass destruction. Maybe. Maybe a warlock. Let's try it. It was! Climate change a la carte. Very good. The opposition party has criticized the government for lack of a national strategy for confronting a possible attack using atmospheric manipulation. And now this area will grow because the fear has grown quite a lot. I would think, but no, it's 100 for both and it's not going any higher anymore. So, because both of them are similar, that's why. Well then, spare me. There we go. That should fix the problem real fast. Done! Brewdeck present. A time to plan. To plan? Santos Boo, the secret weapon of Dan Brewdeck in our country. Alright. So now, we need to spread right here. And to do that... Snakes. Snakes. That's the secret thing. And now I have enough roots. And maybe enough candles? Nope, not quite. Well, soonish. Warning, something changed in one of the region where we already transmitted your message and now the requirements are no longer met. Oh, don't worry, it's gonna change very soon. You should check which requirement is no longer fulfilled, solve the issue, and then transmit the message, that message again. I will. Just need to be a little bit patient here. I'm doing things. Well, I could do things with them. Explore. Just explore. And boosh. Bye-bye. Leaked information about Santos. Reporter close to Faith Lore investigating your origin and everything will come out in a matter of days. A painful truth. Your father, a border guard, knocked up an undocumented Mexican worker and forced her to abandon you. Are you sure about that? Because there's pedophile in your church, so you never know. Alright. And she's hanging on by a thread. And this thread is going to show up right here, so isn't that good? Also, I need more politics and blood, but mostly politics. Politics now, blood later. The Liberal Party is losing faith in me, and that makes me nervous. We need each other. An atheist will never be able to win an election in this country. And no major church could survive without support from Washington. But what can I tell you that you don't already know? You're nothing more than a Brewdeck and his people, lapdog mystic. Is there a difference? I feel like he's gonna get pissed if he defends himself. We don't need no defense, we can get pissed. A lowly and unworthy daughter of Eve, God warn us about feminine evil. Tramp, troll up. Wash out your mouth when you speak of me. You're the whore of Babylon. Nice collection of epithets, Santos. Know what? I feel sorry for your wife, Zoe. I saw her on your show. She still had tremendous kindness in her eyes. As for your children's sake, I hope she still has some common sense. Faith is unmoved. There is no repercussion. Oh, good, I guess. Oh, look at this. I'm back, baby. Yes, Congressional Cemetery. Collateral damage. 2 very small children play near a gravestone with the epitaph Sergeant Fiona Lambert, beloved wife and mother. She died at the age of 28 in Afghanistan. Her husbands tell me we were very proud of her. She died defending democracy. She made the world a better place. Decent? Well, I don't know what this means, so let's do it. I'm about to refute his arguments, master, but in the end I said nothing. What purpose would it serve? Her death meant that our 2 children will grow up free. Her husband tells me with absolute conviction. Even after all my years working for the machine, its effectiveness never failed to amaze me. Okay then. We're gonna get that very soon. Level up the snake. Nest? Maybe. Water? It isn't the bathroom after all. So no, 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 no. Maybe? No. 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 Water. Boom. Yes! And they savor your... And they savor you stealthily. Imagine that someone on your block collected a poisonous snake and one escaped. When death arrived through the toilet. True, all houses are linked together by their bathroom pipes. Well then. Ooh, hello there. Oh, suck it up, you, with your psychic center or whatever. But buffing my agents is good, but I also kind of want this. No. You. Haha. This. And then this. False flag attack. Just when the national anthem is playing. Okay. Now, what do we do? Let's figure out this one. I mean, it's viral, so I kind of want to say it's a celebrity, and it's a bit of a challenge, so it's not really a game. I don't know. Coffin? I mean, yeah, definitely coffin, but they were saying that they ended up in the hospital, not dead. I hated that was right. How far would you go for a light? A 2 teenager boy admitted to the hospital due to poisoning and serious injury. New victim of the so-called Last Toast Challenge. Well then. Ah, I can put this somewhere now, can't I? But I have legend I can use, stupid ass me. Yeah, this one, organ trafficking, seems fun. Yeah, and we left the best lot for last. That glorious. And here we need chaos and things, so none of this will do. This one would, I guess. But it ain't happening. And this one doesn't have any. Ah, well then. So this needs to be moved over here. Alright, well. Oh, I need to remove this first. Then I can move it here. I see. I don't have 100 oleum yet. Alright then. Well, explore the last place we got here, I guess. Oh no! Let me read this. Faith prayed with America. Special TV show of televangelist Faith Lord to support the Liberal Party candidate. On TV viewers, 1 vote. Oh, 1 TV viewer, 1 note. The campaign is proving to be long and hard fought, and Faith is going to use her show as much as she can to tip the balance. Not anymore, she won't. Good. Bye, Faith. I have no choice but to admit it. You've beaten us, Santos. And without us, the Liberal Party lose one of its main source of support. Your boss, Dan Brudek, must be over the moon. There's an appointment time for everything, according to Ecclesiastes 3:1-15, so it's time for the Church of the Blessed One to disappear to heal itself. Or maybe to change its name, we'll see. But as long as there is a soul that needs saving, a North American looking for their faith. What? Or a political party making multi-million-dollar donation in exchange for support for its candidates will be there. Honestly, I don't understand you. Who could dream of promised land better than this? Have luck in your quest, Santos. Oh, we will. Now I just need to finish this in a kind of cool and quick way, won't I? This needs to live here because it will help us. I think I flat out need to remove this and put it here actually, because I'm not getting to 80 like this. I don't think I am anyway. There's nothing else that gives me this either. I mean, the two that would have given them to me are here. Wait. Wait, I didn't mess up too hard. I can still fix it. Ha 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 ha, good. Good. Organ trafficker. Body. Probably. Mafia-like? Most likely. Kitchen? Most definitely. Let's see. And we left the best lot for last. 20 years old tourist, a non-smoker with no serious disease. Well then. The planes leave tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. I can't wait to get there. Be very careful. I've heard those country can be pretty dangerous. Can they now? Capital. The power. Power in reality has never interested me. The political reports just tell me. Power is grey and monotonous. What truly interests me is the people behind the power. That's the real story. Shake your head and say no. I think I agreed with him last time, so let's say no. The people? Who care about the people? I'm tempted to talk to him about the one true power behind everything, but nothing related to the machine should pass my lips, which remind me that my loyalty to it is unquestionable and absolute. Good. Very good. I can also level this up if I want to. Or I can slap this here now. And voila! Now it is only a question of time. Also, fear's not spreading here because it's not touching anything, which I'm okay with. But we're gonna need to slap some of those down too. This one is gonna go right here for no specific reason. And everything will be quite alright. Okay, now, you can't explore this, I don't have no money. We're gonna need blood. So let's get some blood, shall we? Or do I have enough? I have none. Alright. Go mining blood. You're not the good person to ask, but you'll do it nicely. I'm sure of it. False flag attack just when the national anthem is playing. Accident tunnel color liquid compass official desert virus government terrorism. Probably. Half a ton of patriotic dynamite. Okay. The explosion in the stadium left 12 people injured, 3 critically. The police are still investigating the cause and said that it's too soon to say what happened. This only injured and didn't kill anyone? Those people are shitty terrorists, and that's a good thing. Oh, hello. Dan Brudek is surrounded by thousands of followers in the most important event of his election campaign to date. The national press will be there in force, and the party has invited you to give the opening speech, Master. Good. Let's go and give it. I need some... Well, I need globes, but I also need oleum now. I have nowhere where globe is. Now I do. Oh. Accept and talk about your television show. Which will give me this. Which is cool. Or the clone of this region is just as powerful. Well, the clone in this region, there's only one thing here and I don't care about it. I guess I'll do it, so I can put this one up here, which would help, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. So I needed vision. You got it. I'm on it. As soon as I find someplace I can get it from. There it is. How much of it do I need? I'm gonna say about this much. Right? I need exactly this much. Isn't that cool? Okay. 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 Globes over there. Extract me some of them, please. You need them. Organ trafficking. Foreigner. Boom. Yes. The bidding started at $20,000 a piece. No one know anything about him. At the hotel, his clothes and passport are in his room. His family hasn't heard from him in several days. They're worried sick. I'm sure they are. Wait, could I move this? I don't have a high status audience, but this comes with fear. Well done. Accidents? No, 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 no. I guess government? Maybe? Yeah. I don't know what false flag attack is. Who could care about smashed civil liberty now? Oh, it's a fake terrorist attack. How convenient that this attack is occurring just now while the new national security law is under debate. Purely a coincidence. Calm down. Those are very serious accusations. New national security law. Of course, of course. And then... Boosh. Oh, you guys are here? Oh, and you're back with everything. Well, that's just annoying now, isn't it? Alright. Yeah, explore that. And give me this one. Santos Boone? What passion, what charisma. I'd follow that man to the end of the earth, says one of Dan Brudek's followers after the televangelist speech during the Our Country campaign event. Good. Very good. Level up, please. Luck and the compass. I won my first ship in a poker game. A drunk old captain wagered his ship on a gut feeling and lost. Luck gave me the ship and a crew, and God or the devil supplied the compass. Ship's captain. Well, that's a good for you. Bad news, one of the most family-oriented holidays of the year is just around the corner, and at the time of hospitality, fellowship, and the spirit of reconciliation, the fire of your word could be heavily impacted in this region, Master. Not for long, it won't. Also, I'm gonna need to take care of those guys at some point as well, because I'm pretty sure I need to take them down. Atlanta. Little 5 points. I arrive in Atlanta and walk through its most bohemian neighborhood. Vintage clothing, trendy cafe, vegan pastry shop, organic restaurant. And now it's time for its inhabitant to get a nice taste of our eco-friendly, biodynamic, artisanal, gluten-free fare. Don't you think, Master? Yes, it is. Do I go? No, I should probably do that first. Ah, see, I'm not the person for the job. Well, never mind then. It's gonna happen, just hold on. Do the thing. Nest. Nice. Always put down the cover. I will now. The snake story sounds a little bizarre, but it's true that the pipe would be a good place for them to lay their eggs, say the herpetologist at the local zoo. Sewer crocodiles. Filthy, dirty monster. Alright. High audience rating. Look at us go. Well, I need something for this. Well, I guess I would need to unlock something here, but I'm almost at 100% with this nonsense here. It's just not doing anything. Because this is barely touching it. It's gonna spread. A cha-ching! Immediately end an agent work cycle. Do this one instead. Whoop. And whoops. Is that good enough? No, it's not. Alright then. Well. Well, I don't have enough oleum to do it. Otherwise I would slap that down and call it a win. I have enough for this one, but that's not gonna be enough, I think. It's very close, however. But I'm almost gonna get 100 oleum and I have enough, and boom! The brain parasite. This summer, visit a paradise with dreamy landscape. Aw, it wasn't enough. Sadness. Well then. Alright, what do you want? The polls are looking very good. The liberals are running scared. Your TV show, The Fire of Your Word. Keep it up and leave the rest to me, and we'll make it to the Oval Office. What do you need to continue your work, Santos? Give me oleum. I want it. Now I'm gonna slap this down right here for no specific reason. Then no, I won't. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Wait. I'm thinking. I'm braining. Clandestine brothel. Supply and demand. Atlanta is one of the hubs for the country's sexual exploitation network. Prostitution, money, and necessities. Supply and demand, the law of the market, master. In the hotel, they give me the address of this brothel where a woman offered me her service, and judging from the mark on her skin, she seems to be addicted to some substance. Go up to the room we've heard. Leave the place. Well, go for it. Take off your clothes, the woman tells me as she goes into the bathroom. The room reeks of crack and cheap makeup. The unmade bed looks like it's shipwreck, so I leave the money on the sheet and slip out there before she returns. It's their soul that interests us, Master, not their bodies. Indeed it is. Well then. Go here and do that, please. And also, yes. And a time to harvest. Leave now, but the country is at our feet. I will keep you will keep your promise, Dan Brudek. Alright. Good. What happens if I do this? Wait a minute. I could have had a oleum pump here for a while now. Did I put oleum pump everywhere I can? I didn't put one down here, that's for sure. There it was. That's the thing I wasn't doing that would have helped me out a bit. Well then. The belly of the whale, a cavernous interior space of the airship, is formed by hundreds of curved beams like the ribs of a gigantic whale. How can the Church of M keep these ships secret? From under the metal floor come a deafening rumble. The heart of the ship must be down there. Well, a little farther, on a pair of mechanics are fixing some copper pipe. Explore the lower deck. Escher Nightmare. The lowest part of the Zeppelin is a labyrinth of passageway and metal catwalk that don't seem to lead anywhere. I don't understand what kind of an engineer could come up with this spatial confusion, or for what purpose. My only compass is the noise of the engines, so I follow my instinct and finally locate what appear to be the engine room. Well then. Well then. But wait, perhaps you will be more suited to go there. The nucleus of the nucleus. Opus Magnum. Although in the end I always found one last secret, one last drawer to open in the universe. Now you must get to the nucleus of the nucleus, my guide told me. You must transform your lead into gold, and to do that you need the stone. The philosophical stone. Well then. We're making good progress in all this and I like it. Any place I can go to do anything? The answer is no. Well then, let us get some of let's get some of this then, shall we? Get me some of that, please. Green Mile Jazz Club. Therapeutic mold. The popcorn that come with my beer tastes rancid. That's nothing, the waitress tells me. You should see the one we have in the back room. Did you know that penicillin was actually discovered in the back room of this bar? Run away for your life. Run for it and enter the engine room so we can bury those idiots once and for all. Also oleum pump, please. I don't know if I'm dealing with the problem or this game faster, but you know, I'm doing well. That's the tradition. Money. Money? Yeah, he's selling those. He's not really doing it in a mafia-like. He's doing it in a crazy way, but money. Sale of spare parts. Okay. According to leaked information, the body of the perpetrator tourist had fresh stitches and was missing vital organs. Well then, that's bad news bears, isn't it? Now, I'm gonna need some world. So let's go get some. World. Ah, finally you unlock. Good. Oh, I almost forgot about you. Well. Oh, it removes clone from this region? I have no clone in this region, so I don't care. Isn't that cool? Bites and wrought iron. The Zeppelin engine is a gigantic wooden and wrought iron artifact, half Victorian textile loom, half steam locomotive. A cable connected to the mechanism to a simple computer stores in a refrigerated plexiglass cabinet. It's the same strange mixture of anachronism and modernity that I've seen in the other part of the airship. Open the cabinet, examine the computer, approach the engine. Check out the computer. The Zeppelin brain. I opened the cabinet. The computer's monitor come to life and displays some status information. Energy produced, temperature, fuel remaining. There's no console. I fear that change have to be made from somewhere else. One item in particular catches my eyes. Counter information server 192, 168, 198, 45. Counterfeit server, blah 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 number. With this information we can block the children's and propaganda server. Can we now? Well, let's try it then. Where is this? This is here. Blip. Bloop. Done. Well done. Oh no. The things are locked. Sadness. Oh, the things is locked. Sadness, actually. Well then, it's like this for 90 days, is it? It doesn't really do the thing it says it would. It says it would lock only the copies, didn't it? Well, I can fix this by just slapping this here and I win. Or I'm damn close to, anyway. We'll see, we'll see. You figure this out. The region will be brought to a standstill. Large protest march under the slogan "No more corrupt politician" will conclude the day. Alright. I don't have enough yet. I don't. Oh yeah, also this. The machine as missions. Whoever controlled the machine used providence as an excuse. Civil War, Spain, 1936. They always talk about the higher mandate, a sacred plan, a divine crusade. In the name of God, they killed a democracy and established a 40-year dictatorship. I guess. So I would need the rate. Rise when terror reached 100, but it has reached 100 in a year. I'm confused. Okay, you go bye-bye. Get out. Get. And they're leaving. And I have broken another one of their antenna, which is what I wanted to do anyway, so that's good. Real good. Also, here I'm missing something. I need more fear. It's okay, I have ton of volume. Let's go. Yep, go for it. You! Neutralize the event with some oleum or this. With some blood. I can get blood. It's not too difficult to get it. Blood it is. Done. And then you can, I guess, get some politics thing? Probably. Yeah, extract some politics thing. How can I fix this? Can I? Works for me. Kind of. Alright, everybody, work. I'm so close to finishing everything that I can almost taste it. But not quite. And I want to pick up the pace if I can, but that's difficult. Alright. So the problem here is that our audience rating aren't good enough here, so I can't just put this here, which is a problem. Here we need a little bit of fear, which is gonna happen, so everything's cool. I don't have any more... I don't have any more legend to slap down. But it's okay. False flag, honor tunnel. Honor? I don't know, I don't see anything that fits super well. Nope, it's not this. The shock doctrine. Controversial news. A national security law passed. The most recent event have made us speed up the process, said the Secretary of Interior. Alright. Acha-cha-ching. Value of form. +1 to agent stealth. This is gonna help me in the long run, isn't it? You become better. Oleum pump, please. I don't necessarily need it, but I want to have it. Also, we might want more globes. Just for fun. Because honestly, why not? Might as well keep them busy. Finally! Alright. This summer, visit paradise with dreamy landscape. Session moon, digital, toxic, sex, small, biology, journey, exotic, confidential, hunger, and rhythmical. Well, none of those were like I thought they would be. I guess maybe hunger? Exotic? Exotic. I know, visit a dreamy paradise. Exotic, it's fun. Recreation and relaxation option for the whole family. I've had a fever, my ears are aching, and feel like my head's about to explode. What a loser. You go on vacation to Eden only to get sick. I don't know why this makes this person a loser, but alright. Adu clone in this region are more powerful. I see. So this is overkill. Alright. I guess. What can I do here? I mean, this is enough. This wasn't necessary. This does a good job though. Maybe I should remove this and add another legend here. Because yeah, it's hitting its limit here and there's nothing to be done. Although it is boosting this. Maybe this one should go over there. Maybe, I don't know. I'm also trying to get this stupid fear to go up. Highway. Done. Boom. Done. Express kidnapping. The last thing you remember is stopping at a red light while calmly listening to the car radio. What a traffic jam I'm in. Sorry I'm going to be late. Lock the door and don't roll down the windows. Haven't you heard about those kidnappers? Alright. Now that's good. I still need this one to pick up the pace here. Yeah. I really do need this one to pick up the pace, don't I? I don't even think it's gonna do it either. So I really need to remove this and I need to slap on a bunch of copies thing. Because that just does me no good. It does nothing for me. Yeah, I'm good with that. Then this and this pretty cool, right? And now it's gonna finish it easily. Hey buddy, the sticky broker? I love the smell of oleum in the morning, says the sticky broker with a smile as he wiped a droplet of oil off his forehead with his hand. The market is on fire. I'm sure we can come to an interesting agreement. No, I'm about to win, baby. Because I finally did the thing that would help me out. It took me way too long to figure it out. But I did it. Success. The Exodus. Alright, Promised Land. Well then. It took me a bit too long to finish one. Well, it took me a little bit at the end there. But yeah. Whew. God bless America. Thanks to your support to our country party won in the general election and Dan Brudek became the new president of the US. Wasn't that good for him? Oh my lord, that was so much oleum. I had like 2000 or some stuff. Well then, I have 60 days when I'm chill and the flame is delayed, so that's good. But I'm gonna call it quits right here. So like always, thank you very much for watching. And if I could ask of you to press all of the good buttons under this video, that'll help me a great deal. And with all of that said, I bid you a glorious day, and I hope to see you in the next episode of the Fabulous Fear Machine. Bye-bye.